Everyone, and welcome to Book Buzz, brought to you by the Peters Township Public Library. I am Miss Shannon.
And I'm Miss Linda, and we are here to tell you everything that's going to happen in October in the Youth Services Department, right?
Yes, and we're really, really busy. So if we speed up our pace of talking, just try to, bear with us.
Well, can't they, like if you DVR this because you're going to want to save it anyway, then you can slow it down, right?
Perfect.
And maybe hear us, and maybe it will make sense.
We have a lot of information coming to you in the next 30 minutes.
But we can't start yet.
Oh! I didn't even know you had anything in there.
You never know. We don't know what each other is doing ever.
You brought a pumpkin.
Yeah, I did. Is this the size?
That's the size.
Okay. We'll talk about that later. I just
have a gourd.
I know, isn't that fun? I think these are the funniest. Are you ever supposed to eat these? Or are they just decorations?
I think they're just decorations. I mean, I guess you could, there's something inside you could eat.
I don't know.
You can also let them dry out and they become a maraca.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Well, I'll just get a whole bunch out. It'll be for my Tiny Toons
I think it would probably rot before it dried, but what do I know?
Yeah.
I like your little white one.
I know, isn't that cute?
They're my favorite.
Yeah.
I have a white pumpkin.
They make bigger ones.
I have a big one.
They make bigger ones.
They can grow bigger.
They can grow bigger. Okay. All right. So I wanted to start out with our fall display.
I love it.
Yep. Surprise.
Nice. This one's a little twisty-turvy vine. Oh, well, when you did that, a bunch of dirt just went flying.
We'd leave our mark.
Freshly picked. Linda just picked this off the field this morning.
Pretty much.
That's why it was in a Giant Eagle bag.
It wasn't from Giant Eagle.
No, it was in a shopping bag.
It was from a local farm. It
Good.
was. Yep, picked them up yesterday.
I love it.
Thanks.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, moving on. So now we're officially into October, into fall. Do you have any Book Buzz bits to share with us?
I do.
This morning or evening or whenever you tend to be viewing us?
Yeah, I do. This one is totally different. I never thought about this. Don't look at my title, because I don't want you to know. So here's my question for you. Have you ever thought about writing a book?
When I was in middle school, I started writing a book, but then that was the end of that. Maybe even earlier. Could have been elementary school.
So
yeah.
You never really pursued it?
No.
Oh, other than the stuff that we have to do, like when we're in school.
Right.
Or when we were in grad school, all we did was write and write and write and write. Okay, well, that was the end of that. I guess we're not going to be authors. But anyway, I never thought about this. If you were an author, like say a YA author, and that's all you did, that was your job, like, I don't know, name a popular.
John Green.
Okay, like John Green. And that's all you wrote, and that's all you did, and that was your job. Do you think, besides doing all that writing, that you would have time to read? Like, do you think they...
I think they had to read a lot. Miss Beth is our resident writer.
Right.
And she said to me one time that most readers are also writers.
Okay.
Like you journal, that's writing.
Right. Okay. Wow.
Did I just kibosh your thoughts?
That's okay. That's okay, because I love proving you wrong. What reading looks like when you're a full-time author. This name, and if I slaughter it, I apologize, Adiba Jagardar, or Yagardar? I don't know, but this was just recent. Like a lot of authors, she's an author. Before I was a writer, I was a big reader. I've always been a big reader. So I didn't really expect that my relationship to reading would change once I became a published author. I've been pretty surprised to find that it has changed, and it has changed a lot. When writing is your job and it's something, now this is, you really have to think about this. Now I'm thinking full-time, like I'm thinking more novels, kind of, other than, I don't know if it would be the same with picture books. There's not many words, and unless you're the illustrator.
Right.
When writing is your job, it's something you're dedicating a lot of hours every day to. Stepping away from your own books to read more books can feel like such a chore. But that's all, writing and journaling and all that, that's, totally different, especially when you're reading books in genres that you write. That would make sense.
Yeah.
Because you're writing that, and like if you wanted to read a book to relax, that's probably not going to be very relaxing. You feel like you're still working? I don't know. There are days that I spend so long staring at the words that I'm writing or revising in my books that the idea of looking at more words on a page at the end of that is kind of infuriating.
Oh.
How about that? And there could be other opinions. This isn't the...
Yeah, right. This is sure. This is an opinionated piece.
This is, and it'll kind of say that. For most of my life, reading has been a reprieve. During my free time, I love to read. Reading like this, it was such a joy. When reading books is your job, your reprieve can't also be an extension of your job. That's how she saw it, as an extension of her job. So she did say, and I hate to admit this in front of the people that are working here behind the cameras, because instead she said, I play more video games and watch more TV.
As a break from it
As
all.
a break. And I get it. You know, you totally... When I read in my free time, I often read books in genres that I didn't read as much of before, because that gives me a break from thinking about my own work. That makes sense, right?
Yeah, right.
You know,
and
to
I'm
try
sure she's
to...
probably comparing it too. Like, if you're writing something dystopian and then somebody already published something that basically is the same story, then you're like, well, now what do I do?
Exactly. Like, so she even will say later on in here that she would pick the different genres, and then she started getting into the graphic novels.
Oh,
you know, and
as
started
a change of pace.
as a nice change of pace. She said, if somebody told me a few years ago that I could have a job where I was expected to read a lot, I would have jumped for joy. But the reality of having a job where you read a lot is a lot different from the fantasy of it, because reading for your work is very different from reading for pleasure.
True.
Right?
Just like when you think of all the books they make you read in school, and 9 times out of 10 you don't necessarily enjoy them. No offense to anybody that has to read a book for school.
Yeah, no, got to do it.
You have to do it, but it might not be something you normally pick up.
True. Well, that's what's good about our book clubs.
And forced reading is sometimes not as enjoyable too. And so just like going to the library or the bookstore and picking up something that interests you personally.
Exactly. Exactly. And I think that...
Although book clubs is forced reading in some ways too, but that sometimes puts you out of your shell of your standard. Like, I'm only going to read realistic fiction, but our book club's reading this fantasy novel and you love it and you didn't think that you would.
Oh, absolutely. That happens to me quite often. You know, you and I we're both in book groups, plus we run, you know, we have book clubs at the library. And the ones that I go to with my women friends, that they all pick a book and I'll go, oh boy, that doesn't look like it's going to be, you know, like, okay, well, you have to read it. And you end up liking it, going, wow, I would have never have picked that for myself, but boy, that was good. So that's a good thing about it. So anyway, at the end of the day, so this is how it all wraps up. I still love books and I still read a lot. The reading that I do just looks different. There are times that I have to read because I'm researching something crucial, but maybe it's not something that I would read otherwise. But overall, I found ways to feel joyous about my reading. I love that word, joyous. She tends to read, we talked about that, in a variety of mediums, and talking, oh, you know what she likes? And you're going to love this. It made me think of you and I. You know, I know. I'm like, guess what?
Pay attention.
Pay attention. This is important stuff. You know what she's gotten into? Audiobooks.
Oh, okay.
She said she gets tired of all the print, whether it's in a book. Her first favorite was reading it from a book. Her second favorite, you know, like Kindle and everything. Right. But she said now she's so tired of all the words. She does audiobooks. That's like us. Like I always have a book going at the library, a book going at home, and a book going in my car. You know, 'cause I love audiobooks.
Yeah, I do too.
You know, it's so great being read too and hearing their...
long as they're read well. There's been some I did not enjoy.
Oh, that's true.
They're like that. I knew that I would like the book, but I didn't like how it was being read, and so I had to stop. But that's rare.
Yeah.
Most of the time, I really enjoy it.
My favorite is when they're read by the author.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so good when the author reads them, because they're the ones that know
how to inflict the
what they were reading about or writing about and all of that. So let me just end with, she said, does being a full-time author change the way I read? Yes, definitely, though I can't say it's the same for all authors. But what hasn't changed and will probably never change is my love for books and reading. The end.
Awesome.
Awesome.
So, very impressive.
Yeah, isn't it?
Yeah.
I thought. I just can't imagine. I never thought about that. You know, like if you're writing all day, and we love to read.
Right.
Would you want to read, or do you want to go like, I'm done. I'm done with, okay.
And just tune out and do something else.
Yep.
Yeah, it's understandable.
Yeah, I totally get it. Okay, that was it.
All right.
We are moving
on. Okay, so
this is going to be fun.
So coming up very soon, the very beginning of October, on October 2nd, we are having our superhero-themed escape room. Now, this event was actually originally scheduled for March 14th, 2020, which if you remember anything about March 2020, you can probably imagine that that event did not actually take place. It had to be canceled last minute because of the COVID shutdown that occurred. So it's been planned for a long time. So we've known what we were doing, and now we're finally able to safely do it again in small groups. So it's for grades 5 and up, or adults, teens, whoever. You do have to come with your already scheduled group. We're not normally, when we would do the escape rooms, we would add groups together, but we're not going to do that. The group has to have at least 4 people, and the theme is all the supervillains of the world are getting together for this like supervillain like conference kind of thing, and they are meeting to decide. Someone that has a access to a jump drive or whatever you want to call it that contains all the secret identities of all of the world's superheroes, and they are going to release it. So while they are at lunch, you are going to come in and try to find this jump drive, so that way we can stop, the secret identities from being released. So it's really cute.
I love it.
So our Miss Sydney, our escape room genius, she planned it. She has it all ready to go. Like I said, it's been planned for almost like a year and a half.
Yeah.
So we're finally able to do it.
Yay.
So sign up. You have to call the library to sign up, or come stop in to sign up. You do have to have your group. So gather a couple of friends, or mom, dad, cousins, whoever, and come. And it's interesting to see who signed up so far. We have families. We have friend groups. Whatever, you sign up for your time slot to come in and complete the escape room. So it's a lot of fun. Yeah, and our escape rooms are really, really good.
They really are fun. I did the last one.
The Harry Potter one.
Oh my gosh. We had so much fun. There were like, I don't know, 3 or 4 couples of us, and I think we might have been put with a couple of other people. We had a blast.
Yeah.
Did we escape? Narrowly. Narrowly, within seconds of our time running out.
Yes.
But
so it was a lot of fun.
George, we did it.
So so make sure you come to that.
Yeah, okay, sounds good. Tiny Toons, we love our music. So what are we giving for Tiny Toons? So since we don't have any in-house programming, we've been doing everything virtual, and every month I've been doing little kits where they can make something that I thought this was a fun idea that corresponds with music, or love, or music and everything. So I made them. Isn't that cute? I made the stencil.
Cute.
With our wonderful Cricut. We learned all of that. And you get a puzzle, and you get paint. And yes, we even threw in a brush. Everything you need. And yeah, I mean, you can do it. They can do it however they want. But if you stencil it on, about loving music.
Cute.
Isn't that fun?
That is cute.
Yeah. So that is this month's kit for Tiny Toons. And then the Tiny Toons actual video premieres. It's on the second Monday, which is October 11th.
Wow.
I know.
Moving right through October, man.
I know. Sorry to say that. Okay. And STEM. That's another one that we've been doing virtually. Well, no, I shouldn't even say that. Like, why do I say it's another one we're doing virtually? Because they're all virtual,
Some in person, like the escape room is in person.
Oh, that's true. All right, there's one.
So we're about 50-50.
Okay, so this one, I didn't bring all the goodies with it because there's a lot of stuff that goes in this. So for STEM this month, I thought this would be really fun. STEM Saturdays. The video will be on Saturday, October 18th. We're making balloon monsters. And the kit will contain everything that you need. It just looks beautiful like that.
Has a balloon on it.
With a balloon on it, kind of says what it is. You get a plastic bottle, 2 balloons, a black marker, 1 cup of white vinegar. I had the volunteers do that.
Okay.
I wonder if that got stinky. Baking soda and a funnel. And so you're gonna, combine all this stuff, and then you put the balloon on the bottle, and then it blows up and I think before you do that, you even color with a
Make a monster face.
make a monster face, and then it gets big. And I even threw in an extra balloon.
Wow, in case your balloon pops. Oh, very generous.
You're gonna love it so much, you're gonna want to do it again.
Yeah.
Right, and the thing is these are like household things. So
Right.
you know,
Yeah.
if you run
now
out,
you know how to do it, you can do it again and again.
anytime you want, because I know this is just
Just go on a balloon run and you're
it
good
is
to
just
go.
going to be cool. All right. And then my last thing, new month, new books. We're good, of course, the first day of the month, I always feature our green dots, and I feature ones that have come down to us, our brand new books that have green dots on them, which means they're brand new and already cataloged and ready for you to take out. There'll be a new one the first day of October. You see what we have new in the children's department.
Alrighty. That's a lot of stuff.
It is a lot of stuff. I'm exhausted.
Okay, I'll talk for a few minutes.
Okay, good.
So for teens, we started in September. We have a brand new volunteer group board or council that meets 2 different times a month. You can come to one or the other. You don't have to come to both. So just to give you guys options, because I know our teens especially are very busy. So you can come either the first Thursday of the month in the evening or the first Saturday of the month at 11 a.m. And in order to volunteer at the library, you do have to participate in this group. It's kind of like a prerequisite, if you will. And there's a nice sign up on our screen right now that you can see about the meeting times and things. And so we help that group of teens. You get volunteer hours just for showing up to the meeting. At the meeting, we plan different things that are going on in the library. I usually have a special project for you to do. This month, for the ones that come on our Saturday, we'll get to attend the superhero escape room as like a team building activity. So that's going to be fun.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's a great idea.
Yep. And so, yeah, so that's how you can earn some volunteer hours. And then we keep track of it at the library each month. I track all of the hours that were done that month. And then so in a few months from now, if you need a certain amount of hours for NHS or confirmation or school or whatever, you can just email us and we'll give you a certificate letting you know how many hours that you have earned.
Looks
so that's
good on
really
your
nice
college
too.
applications.
Absolutely.
You need that.
And so a couple of times a month we have our Explore and Make Tuesdays. So our first one coming up is this guy right here. This is a pumpkin made out of a recycled book. It's much easier to make than it looks.
I know. I said earlier, I looked at that and went,
as long as you know how to use a pair of scissors, that's really all there is to it. It's just a lot of cutting.
Right.
And then you have a nice little pumpkin that you get to keep and display for the fall season. So, and you can, if you want to paint it, you can. We have some twine and things you can tie on them. But there is a limited amount of space for these projects, so you do have to register. We have an offering for tweens, and we have an offering for teens. So it's both going to be on October 5th, I believe it is, and we're going to have our tweens meet at in the evening or later from 4 to 5, and our teens come from 3 to 4 since they get out of school a bit earlier than our tweens do. So, yep, that's made out of a Debbie McCumber book, so I wouldn't really read it too closely.
That's exactly what I was trying to figure out. I was going to say, do you remember what book this was?
Yeah, it's Debbie McCumber. So it's like a chick lit.
That's all right.
Yep. The mass market paperbacks, because of their thickness and their height, work the best for that.
Oh, cool.
So that's what we tend to cut up. And we always have books that come to the library that get damaged or that we can't use for whatever reason. So this is a really great way to recycle them.
Yep, our really loved ones. Okay, so pause for reading. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad to have them. The dogs are back.
Yes, it's so cute.
It is so much fun. Our first one back since the pandemic began was the second Saturday in September. So the second Saturday of October is October 9th from 10 o'clock to 11:20. You have to register at the youth services desk. You don't have to come in. You can call to get yourself on a 20-minute time slot and hang with the dogs. The kids like to read to them. Kids like to get familiar with dogs if they're a little bit afraid of dogs. And I'll tell you what, there's a new batch of dogs this year.
Yeah.
We are partnering with Animal Friends, and so far we've got one under our belt for the new year of coming back into this. It was wonderful. So
that's great.
I hope to build it all back up again. All right, next one. Oh, also I wanted to mention we have a lot going on, so I know we're spewing all this stuff out, but make sure that you get on our website and get the newsletter. Sign up for our newsletter. You'll get all of that.
A little red box right in our website. Just click there and you can sign up.
So I went with themed books for October, November, and December for my Tween book club. This one, we're meeting on Thursday, October 28th. We're back in person at the library right after school. The kids have been walking over from McMurray, for the tweens. And the first 5 registrants get a free book. I think that they're almost gone. But anyway, Ophi's Ghosts is a great story. It's a historical fiction about back how the South was versus the North, with how the blacks were treated, and just watching it all come around. But the family, the cool thing is the family moved from Georgia to Pittsburgh.
Oh, that's cool. So it's in our area.
So, to Pittsburgh, and so she ends up working in this place, and yes, there are ghosts in it. But they're not bad, scary, creepy. They're ghosts that tell of the stories of what has happened to them in the past. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Justina Ireland, Ophi's Ghosts.
Perfect. Okay, that'll be fun. Mm-hmm. All right, so we were talking about writing in the beginning of our segment here. We have a brand new teen and tween writer group. We have a teens meet at one time and tweens meet at the other. You get a notebook, and you can write everything in there. And then we just started collecting a lot of really cool teen and tween writing books too, that we have a whole new collection of them. So if you are a writer, I highly recommend checking these out too. But it's been really great. Our teens are so excited that they've actually started to meet twice a month because they're loving it so much. And they're they want to be able to have more chance to get together, and they bring their work. They can help each other revise their work. It's all being run by our friend Miss Beth, who is a writer herself, and she writes actually tween at middle grade. That's what she's always written. So that meets on October 14th is our normal meeting date, which will be for our 4th through 6th graders. They'll meet from 4 to 5, and our teens meet in the evenings from 7 to 8. So that's a Thursday.
That's wonderful.
So make sure you come and check it out. It's going to be a lot of fun. We also have a pumpkin decorating contest. This is for all ages, but it's first come, first serve. Anyone can participate in it. If you don't register for it, then you have to use your own pumpkin. But we have the first 24 people that sign up will get a free pumpkin about this size, like a pie-sized pumpkin, and you can decorate it however you want, but it has to be made to look like a book character. So if you want to make it look like the Wicked Witch from The Wizard of Oz, if you want to make it look like Pinkalicious, I don't know, whoever your favorite book character is, or a book character you can turn into a pumpkin, or a pumpkin you can turn into a book character, do it. And then you do have to bring them back to the library. We're going to have a whole display of our book pumpkins, and the public will have a chance to vote for them, and then the winner will win a prize, and then we will have everybody come back to pick their pumpkins up right before Halloween. That way you'll be able to keep your pumpkin and enjoy it for
That's so
Halloween.
much fun.
Yeah, so it's a fun display for us.
You can get really creative with that.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. So sign up to get a free pumpkin. And then our last thing, we have our first after-hours movie night. It's going to be outside on October 1st. Registration is required. It's for teens only because the movie we're showing is PG-13 rated, so you have to be in 7th grade or higher. And we are showing the original Addams Family movie. Da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da. So a lot of fun. This is hilarious. This is from this came out when I was a kid, and it's hilarious. It's such a good movie. And I saw they're actually Netflix is redoing the Addams Family. I don't think it's going to be out this year, and Johnny Depp is going to be the Mr. Adam, the main dad.
Oh, that's
I forget his character's name, but so make sure you come and sign up.
It's Morticia and
Gomez.
Gomez.
Yeah. No,
Gomez.
In the Bermuda Triangle. Gomez and Morticia.
Yeah, is it Gomez?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Uncle Fester is the bald guy.
Uncle Fester, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, but Johnny Depp's going to play him.
The hand.
No, I think Thing is like
Thing's that furry thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I forget what the hand sign
Oh,
is,
I
but
bet
a lot of fun. So
Yeah, I
make
like-
sure it gets you in the Halloween spirit. And it's gonna be outside, which will be kind of cool too. We're gonna wheel a popcorn machine out, and it's gonna be a good time. But you have to register because it is after hours. It's from 7 to 9, so we want to make sure that we have people that are going to be coming, since it's gonna the library will only be open to the restrooms and to that outdoor space.
Cool. That sounds like a lot of fun. Fun
Yeah.
October thing to do. We're continuing on with Ms. Patty's virtual
Book babies.
Well, Book Babies and Mother Goose. I skipped the bedtime story times, but let's do Miss Patty. Her Book Babies and Mother Goose are fun. They're for what they say, but for babies and toddlers. 11 a.m. There will be one on October 12th. She's a blast. You've been filming hers for her, and you laugh every
Oh my
time.
God. That's probably my favorite time of whenever she asks me to film her, because it's so entertaining. To keep
Yeah.
a straight face while she's up there dancing and singing is a challenge.
Yeah. She's funny.
Yes.
And I skipped over this one. Sorry, gang. Bedtime story times. We've been doing these virtual all summer long. So for October's themes, don't want to miss these online. Apples. The first week, the week of 10/4, the week of 10/11 leaves. And after that, it's going to be pumpkins.
Pumpkins and Halloween.
And Halloween.
And Thanksgiving.
Those are, and Thanksgiving. And then we're into the holidays.
Yeah.
And those are put on at 7 p.m. on our PTPL Youth Services Facebook page. And the last, but certainly not least, Hallow Read Challenge. You want to talk about that?
Sure. So we're going to be using our Beanstack app that you probably downloaded over the summer for our summer reading program, and we're doing a Halloween challenge. It's just by the amount of time you spend reading, and there's another fun fall checklist. Like, you can earn bonus points or badges if you go to a fall festival, if you decorate a pumpkin, if you attend one of our virtual programs. So if you watch one of these videos that Linda was talking about, you can earn bonus points. And then we're just going to have some prizes at the end. So just a fun thing. If your child goes to Bower Hill and you did the Bower Hill Readathon, you can go ahead and log the minutes that you spent reading for that into the challenge too, because they overlapped on their times. So if you already did a lot of reading for that, you might as well count it both places.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I did it in the summer. I didn't win anything.
No.
But
Better luck next time.
yeah, but I had fun.
Yeah,
I
it is
enjoyed
fun.
it. It was
fun.
just
It makes
fun.
you think about doing different things too, at the different challenges and stuff. It's fun.
It was fun. All right, we don't have much time left. Do you have any, like a book?
Sure.
have time for maybe a
I'll
book
show you this one, The Eyes of the Forest. Another really
scary?
creepy, spooky read. Yes.
Ooh.
For Halloween. It's about this girl who loves these particular book series, and the author has since gone missing, and she goes out in the woods to help find him. And so she's traveling in the woods looking for a missing person. So you can only imagine how that's going to go.
No.
So it's cryptic clues. So it's like a mystery kind of suspenseful book. So.
Oh, those are creepy. Well, October is a perfect month for all of that stuff.
This would be a fun book Facebook too.
Oh, it would be. Oh, yeah.
So this is by April Henry, Eyes of the Forest. So if you want to, and it's a quick read. So quick kind of page-turning mystery for the spooky mystery. I recommend this one. It's brand new too. We got off of our new shelf.
Excellent. Well, all right. We can end with one spooky.
Yeah.
That was one spooky story.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got to have them. There's.
Tis
Get
the
into the
season.
theme. 'Tis the season, right? Let's get through this quickly. I get scared. All right. So that's it.
Yep.
Till next time.
Till next time.
See you then.
See ya.